to the Full Throttle Movement. This week on the Full Throttle Movement we have the Tesla Model S. This is a P90D, so the one with the Ludicrous mod. So I'm going to just take you a quick look around the outside. I've only got an hour with the car, so we'll just take a quick look at some of the details and take it for a quick drive. So here in the lovely kind of Arctic pearlescent style white paint, we've got the Model S. Apologies for the traffic in the background. We are not far out of Heathrow, and as such it is quite busy around here, and there's not really that many roads to go on, so we have to make the most of what we can get. I've been already astounded by the Model S. Let's have a look in the boot. So, absolutely cavernous space. Absolutely cavernous space. Everyone will have probably seen some of the interior shots on the Tesla, but I'll just give you some quick run-bys. Beautiful center screen here, makes a great driving zone. In the back you've got tons of space. Really like these door cards. They're really, you know, interesting design. The handle here and the door handle to get out there, which is really different. Granted, there's no door bin pockets as such, which is a bit of a shame, but other than that, I think they've done a good job. This one comes with lots of nice carbon inside. Hello and welcome to the inside of the Tesla Model S. Now, we don't really have much time with this car, so I'll be very brief when I just go through some of the details, and like I say, we've only got maybe half an hour to an hour with the car. So first impressions, wow, it is just an amazing bit of kit, where it's just an amazing bit of kit. I could not believe that it is such a top quality piece. All the materials and finishes are just spot on. It's very quiet, as you would expect, as probably everyone knows already. So I'll take just a quick brief drive, and you know, we'll just maybe get to know a little bit about the car, get used to the entertainment system, which is just huge screen, absolutely huge screen. But anyway, that's not the key points about this car. It's all about the driving. And up until this point, I've never driven an electric car before. Well, I say that, I've had a brief spell in some, but I've never had the pleasure of driving anything like this, that's for sure. So let's start with the Ludicrous mode acceleration. Right, let's go. Wow. That is, oh. That's the first full bore run I've done in this car. That is just unbelievable. For those of you wailing about not having a petrol car, who cares? That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. And it's so refined in how it delivers that power. I mean, it's savage, don't get me wrong, it is completely savage. But oh, that's addictive. Any kind of range you did have was probably going to disappear rather quickly. Right, I'll do a quick spin around here. nice 911 turbo there. It's one of these things you'll never expect it. You will never expect it when you first punch that throttle. But I wanted to come down here today and drive the Model S because it's quite a key, it's a pivotal moment in automotive development really. This car is going to push and push and push all the other manufacturers in order to try and match. Okay, so dynamically, one of the things I have noticed is that the car is quite supple over the bumps. And listen. So, key things for me in this car, the driving position is actually really good. I enjoy the seat, the driving area is, you know, very clear. I thought this big screen was going to be a big distraction, but it's not actually. It's really, you know, it's quite nice. I mean, sometimes the closing of menus can be a bit fiddly, but you can't argue with it. One of the main things that I've had to deal with getting used to on this car is the regenerative braking. Having obviously never had a car with regenerative braking before, there's a whole different ball game to have to deal with. I think it's something that is just phenomenal to be able to have, is the regenerative braking. You just don't need to brake. Like, I've slowed down from there for 40, 30, 20, 15, and I didn't brake. It literally did it itself. And you modulate how much it does it by just the amount of throttle you've got on. Fully off and it slows it down fully. And the brake lights actually come on when that happens. That electric surge is amazing. Tesla have got the right idea when it comes to designing this car without any inhibitions, completely from scratch, without pandering to any preconceptions about how you should build a car. The weight feels really low in the car because of that battery pack being down nice as part of the floor. I'll maybe throw some pictures across of the floor pan as it is in the showroom, and you can have a look for yourself, because it is a piece of art. It really is a piece of art when you see the basis of this car. Oh, you got a proper squidge on there. It just sits down and goes. I actually thought it would be a lot firmer than it is, but it's actually really quite compliant over the bumps, which is quite surprising, because I thought it was going to be firmer than this. Truth be told, I'm quite glad it's the P90D I got a shot in. Let's do another quick start. 1, 2, 3, go! 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay. So, yeah, that works. I'll give them that. That works. The cabin is light and airy. It's got the roof. Everybody knows who's seen my video so far, I love a glass roof, and this is no exception. It is a great piece. I have really enjoyed the bit of time with this car. I got to try out the autopilot a little bit earlier on the M4, and oh, it's an amazing system, an absolutely amazing system. I can't believe that. I just can't believe the tech. It basically did it all for me, and I didn't have to worry about anything. And I think on a long journey, that's just going to be, it's just going to be amazing. Yeah, I think that, you know, we're going to, with the Model 3 coming along, you're going to have more and more people trying to access the potential of Tesla and these batteries. I mean, we're at 14 degrees today and we've got about half the range on the dial showing us, saying I've got 165 miles to go, and that's with a lot of these fast runs. And I think if you are a petrol head, don't write this car off. It will impress you. I would suggest you go and try one, because it is actually blowing my mind. So on the steering wheel here, there's some controls. Normally you've got some menu functions kicking about here, but this has actually got things like climate temps, fan speed, display brightness, sunroof. You can control the sunroof from the steering wheel. Like, what more do you want? Like, it's just, I love it. I absolutely love it. I think the Model 3 is going to be incredibly popular in the UK. The supercharging network is growing and growing, and I think that the more and more people buy into the electric car, scene, if you like, electric car, the idea of an electric car, then the better it's going to be for everyone, because these are the way forward, or at least a hybrid of these with a small petrol engine. But just like being able to go home, plug your car into the wall, and then the next day you don't have to worry about the range. It's just something else for me. I really want to do a piece on this car, so I'm going to try and see if I can speak to them and get the car for a bit longer at some point, and spend a bit more time living with the car to kind of understand how that affects people. And what I like about the cruise control is really good. What I like about it is that it recognises where you are and automatically sets it to the national speed limit for that particular stretch of road. So this one is 40, it's automatically went to 40. Then we go up here to the national speed limit, it will go up to 70, go up to 60. It's just very, very, very interesting. I'm very happy about it. The maps, I think this would be, honestly, would be a great road trip car. Dynamically, the steering's, I think the steering might be in the soft mode. Let's have a look. Driving, steering mode, sport. Alright, that's much better. Yep, so sport for steering. It was in standard, it was reasonably light. Regenerative braking on standard. Range mode. What's range mode? Range mode will save energy by reducing climate control power. It will also distribute torque between the motors to improve range. Right, don't need that. Yeah, sport mode on the steering is much better. Much better. And short, sharp acceleration is the name of the day. If you didn't think you had facial fat or fat around the neck, you will find out if you do when you floor it in this car, because it all moves. It all moves. If you have a weak bladder, don't drive this car. Don't drive this car. And also, having no transmission, I drive a 5 Series, so I've got quite a large transmission tunnel here, and the fact that this car has no tunnel and no, it's just a big space. I think they could maybe subdivide it a little bit better, but it's just, yeah, I'm surprised. So dynamically, how does the car fare? Well, with the sport steering, that really helps. It's got the regenerative braking, you don't need to worry about braking for corners. And so I'll come on to this corner here. The apex is lovely, the steering is nice. Right, so lift off, don't need to brake. There we go. It's a more fluid process being able to drive down a country road in this and not have to constantly swap between pedals. I imagine you get quite used to driving this car without using the brake pedal. You really don't need it. So for me, Tesla is one of the most interesting manufacturers and technology companies out there. It provides so much forethought and innovative thinking to how it goes about its business that it just leaves all other automotive companies looking antiquated. They really, by Tesla's standard, they are so far behind. They've advanced the technologies of others just by competition. So, you know, BMW brought out the i brand to try and capture a bit of this market. Mercedes, in conjunction with Tesla, have brought out a range of electric hybrid cars. And if you're driving sub 200 miles every day, I don't see why you wouldn't get one of these. I really don't see why you wouldn't get one. The supercharger network around the UK at the moment is great, so, and it's only going to get better the more and more people buy the cars. When the Model X comes, it's going to improve again because you'll have more people with the car. You're going to have, when the Model 3 comes, you're going to have just a whole plethora of people that this becomes open to. I would be very, very, very tempted by a Model 3, because for that money, to get, if you get anywhere near the quality that this is, for that money, then you're onto a winner. And I think what's key here is that Tesla have decided that they're going to make a great car, not a great electric car. It's a great car in its own right. Even though it is technically just a luxury saloon, the amount of looks you get for this car, I mean, it doesn't help that this car is white with black wheels, which looks phenomenal, by the way. Great colour combination. Yeah, it just sets it off so well. I would really like Tesla to have another go at doing a sports car, but doing a sports car the Tesla way, not the way they did the Roadster. I understand why they did the Roadster, and that's key to their development. But I think they need to have another crack at it, because I think it would be awesome. You really notice the weight being really central and low in this car, and the handling benefits from it. So that's just been a quick brief look at the Model S. Hopefully we get a chance to spend a bit more time with this car in the future and be a bit more involved with some other Tesla bits and pieces as time goes by. If you get any questions, put them in the comments section below. Click subscribe and like. I've been amazed by the amount of views and subscribers that have come on board, and it makes it worthwhile doing this kind of thing, because it takes quite a bit of effort and organising to get all this stuff sorted. So yeah, thanks.